So, a new concept for today, a chess exam that I've created. It's Guten Tag, Halim. It's a it's a very fun and I think instructive chess exam. So, if we can get maybe like 3 or 4 people in the chat to start it out from the start, I imagine there will be many people joining midway through. So maybe some people want to do it all. So we have the first question here. We can start, I guess. And the position is this one. So the question, what to do here for white? Where should white's bishop go to? Should it go to c3, e3, b4, a5, or maybe another move? Maybe it shouldn't move. c3, e3, a5, where should it go to? And b4 was mentioned as well. So what do you guys think? Where should the bishop go to? And maybe you can justify your answer. Stream quality should be good. Maybe dropping some frames. No, seems okay. Okay, should I give you like a minute for this? F5. Okay. The bishop to f5. That would be very nice. The bishop coming to f5. f5 to lose the bishop. Yeah, maybe this bishop, right? Not this one. Okay, so this is the first question. Should be relatively easier than the rest. It has 2 points for the correct answer. Do you have some teams here? Maybe Jokesing with Inyas. Inyas with Ahmad and Jokesing with Halim. Okay, when do you guys want to lock in your answers? Okay, I'll give you 15 seconds and then we lock in the answers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Da 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 da. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lock in your answers. Okay. Halim's team, what's your answer? Let's go. Answer, answer, answer. What's the answer? No answer for Halim? Come on. We need an answer. a5. Okay, bishop a5. Halim and Jokesing. And what about Ahmad and Inyas? What's the answer? You guys should type the answers simultaneously so that the other team doesn't get an idea, maybe. Nope. No answer. Are you there? Anyone from the other team want to answer? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So the correct answer is bishop a5, of course, because as Jokesing mentioned in the chat, Halim initially said bishop c3, but that drops a pawn. So bishop a5 pins the rook and avoids this pawn dropping. Alright, so on to the next question. Maybe I should find a better way to scroll through this. Okay. Have this open in Google Docs. So white to move in this position. What do you play? Do you play, we'll switch it to chapter 2 here as well. So do you play a4? Do you play c4? Do you play... Oh, did I input this incorrectly? I inputted this incorrectly here. I need to change this. Bear with me. Bear with me because I put the fan after knight g5. Now I didn't say whether or not knight g5 is the correct answer, did I? So chapter 2, the fan. Wait, that wouldn't fix it. I need to fix the fan from board editor. And just put the knight back. Copy this. Chapter 2. Put it like this. And put it right here instead of the other chapter 2. And this one we can safely delete. So yeah, here do you go knight g5? Do you go rook takes e6 check? Do you go c4? And do you go a4? Perhaps more than one answer is possible. Up to you guys to figure out. So which one is it going to be? The team stuff is just to have fun, Ahmad. So we have 2 teams at least now in the chat, and you're competing to find to get more points. That's it, just that. You can do it individually as well. Option E is cute, yeah. Resign. That's always an option. We have to have that as an option. I will put option E as this. The king going on a hike, going on a journey toward the netherworld. Chess Lover and Jay, hello. So Chess Lover and Jay is another test taker with us. Okay. Rook takes e6 is mentioned in the chat. Alright. You guys want to lock in your answer? By the way, I have to give you a hint here. Maybe there's more than one answer. Okay, yeah, we're saying a lot in the chat. Rook takes e6 check. So how do you follow up after rook takes e6 check? Just so that the others know. So what do you play after rook takes e6 check? Rook takes e6. Yeah, how do we follow up after rook takes e6? a4 is also strong, alright. Okay, queen takes e6, rook e1 wins the queen. That's right, Chess Lover and Jay. So actually rook takes e6 gets the full credit, but actually c4 is possible as well. c4 is a possibility, but it's a positional possibility. You don't win material immediately. Here, oh, I inputted it as black to move. Oh, come on. Okay, we have to do this again. Or can I just switch it immediately just by switching the fan to white to move? Or will it not allow me? I don't think it allows me to. Okay, so let me try to fix this chapter again. So the fan here to move is white. And we'll name this chapter 2 and put it right up here. And delete this one. It's good we're getting this fixed at least. I knew I'd make some error like this. So yeah, rook takes e6 check though, queen takes rook e1. Now, you do lose some material for the queen, of course. Technically this is equal material, right? But the queen counts for more here, because alongside the dark squared bishop we have some pressure on some dark squares, and for example these ideas. So black's king doesn't find perfect safety, and we have as well still the c4 ideas. But c4 is also a possibility that bears mentioning. So yeah, that's it. Ahmad is saying he doesn't take the rook. Yeah, if he doesn't take the rook, then he's in a world of hurt after rook e1. And Halim asks, knight e5 after rook e1. Rook e1. Where is rook e1? Or do you mean after this line here? Ah, okay. I would imagine that after knight e5 takes and queen takes. This is going to be very dangerous with taking here coming. Should be winning for black, for white. Oh, here as well. Knight e5. Yeah, it's kind of yeah, just take with the knight. And how you still haven't solved the issues. If anything, you've made this worse for black. Hi Beiluf. We're taking a chess test. Come join us. A chess test I made. Okay. So that's it for number 2, I guess. Number 3. Hopefully it shows in its entirety. There is option D that's not showing. Maybe I can lower it. Lower this position. Maybe does control page? Yeah, control enter works in Google Docs. Okay, that's cool. So this one and chapter 3. Actually, my face cam is covering this, so let's put it like this. And you can't see the entirety of the other option, so is there a way for me to fix this? Maybe by doing this. That seems to be a good fix. Okay. So, is black's queen e5 check a good move? Too blurry? Yeah, because you're on 144p, man. Okay. So in this position, alright, this is the position. Is black's queen e5 check a good move? Option A, yes, because it trades queens and alleviates white's pressure. B, yes, because black is up a pawn, so he should trade queens. C, no, because it transitions into an endgame where white has the bishop pair, which might be quite good. D, no, because white has a certain tactical resource that makes this not a good move. Okay, Chess Lover NJ says D. It loses a pawn and it will be a draw, Halim says. So, what is it? Ali in the chat, how much time we have to answer? Let's say 2 minutes for each. These are relatively easy for now, so maybe 2 minutes. Blitzlife wants to play me in a casual game from position. I bet the position is going to be some mate in one. Okay, so answers in a minute. Inyas says to Ahmad, please don't choose A because Ahmad likes to trade queens. Okay, so 30 seconds more. 30 seconds more and we get the answers. D. Yali says D. Okay. Some lines are being given. Queen takes e5, f takes e5, c4, bishop f6, mate. Beiluf recommended f4 in this position, and a very excellent move indeed. There's a different chat? No, there isn't no different chat. It's only the Twitch chat I'm looking at. Okay, so lock in your answers, guys. The answer is D. No, because white has a certain tactical resource. Not Beiluf's f4, but rather takes, and now bishop f6 check would be mate. So we play c4, dislodging this knight. If king g7, we just take, and we're winning. This pawn isn't able to come through because this bishop easily stops it. And if the knight moves, we checkmate. We could pick up the knight, but checkmate is even better. So position number 4. Again, I have to do a page break here. Should have formatted this earlier, but alright. Some things you cannot anticipate. So yeah, which piece should white take? You have 5 options. Opposite colored bishops would make that drawn. Where are we looking at this? We're for this one? Or at what point opposite colored bishops? No opposite colored bishops here. Anyway, let's go back to chapter 4. So, which piece are you going to take? I'll give you guys 30 more seconds for this one. Beiluf. He just went to take d5 and f6. Okay. It's a nightmare with a K. Nightmare with a K, yeah. Take d5 and f6. So the b3 knight, everyone says. Okay, yeah, this one is relatively easy. The thing is, black is threatening knight d2 checkmate. So we can't take any of these pieces. So we have to prevent this mate and we simply take the knight. Next up, Chapter 5. So white to play here. It seems like white is completely crushing, of course. Maybe if you guys are aware of some patterns, there is a certain pattern here against the black king. But you have to be careful because black's pawn is 1 square away from queening, while ours is 2 squares away. So and here we have options, so it's white to play. The first option is knight h7 check. Second option, knight e6 check. Third option, bishop takes h5. Fourth option, a3. Fifth option, two of the above are correct. Two of these options I listed. And the sixth option is that three of the above are correct. So pick your move. Wala Gambit. Hello, welcome. First time seeing you on the stream. Blitzing out, I'd say B. Knight e6 check. Okay, but you be careful, guys, because there are the last two options. Two of the above are correct and three of the above are correct. So make sure that if you're picking one option, that all other options don't work. Awesome to have you here, Wala Gambit. I can't find the losing move, yeah, Ali says. Yeah, it seems difficult at first, but there is, in fact. There is... Okay, I'll give you a hint. There is no losing move, but there is a drawing move. Or number of moves. E. Okay, two of the above are correct, says Inyas. Okay, do you want to lock in your answers, guys? By the way, is the stream good? It says I'm dropping some frames. I won't spam too many answers. No, it's no problem. We're not competing for anything. Okay, actually we are. And this is a fun test. Wanna see how well you guys do. Yeah, Ali says F. Okay. Can anyone just confirm whether or not the stream is okay? Because it says I'm dropping quite some frames. Yeah, okay, so the answer here is one you may not like. Okay, I'll accept the second answer. In fact, here, if it were like, how do I put this? So bishop takes h5 wins for white, but it's not an immediate win. While knight e6 check and knight h7 check are mate in 3. So I accept both E and F, but probably F is better. A3 A3 doesn't work because of rook g4 check, and after king f2 check, this is a draw. Okay, Wala Gambit says it's wobbly, and Jokesing says stream is good. Who are we to believe? Dunno. Okay, so that's it for the fifth one. On to numero 6. So black to play. And extra points if you can know from which game this is from. Lots of extra points. Not easy. Maybe a good start would be what opening is this. That would be good as well. So what opening might this have come from? Dutch? Maybe. I don't know. Is it possible that this be a Dutch? Like structure wise, yeah. It's not an impossibility, but yeah, it's a King's Indian defense. That's right. Bishop a3, h3. Ah, okay. Bishop h3 is interesting, but it's not one of the options. Okay, so the options here: knight takes g2, rook g7, queen e8. More than one option is possible, but only one move is best, and several moves are possible. King's Indian defense, that's correct, Inyas. Yeah, bishop h3 isn't an option. It's interesting, but maybe just bishop f1. And we're doing okay. It could be anything. The structure is an abomination. Alright. It's an abomination depending what perspective you want to take. Anyone found the game? Halim, when you say knight takes g2, are you picking A, knight takes g2? Or are you picking D, more than one option is possible, but only one move is best, and that one move being best is knight takes g2? Looks like the kid, yes. This is 100% the King's Indian defense. The only explosive move. I like your thinking. I'll tell you the game. We have two more positions from this game, so I'll tell you the game afterward. Can I repeat the options? Yes, knight takes g2, rook g7, queen e8, and D, more than one option is possible, but only one move is best. So you have to, if you want to pick D, you have to choose, you have to make sure that the others are less good. If they're not good at all, you believe, then you pick one of the options. Jokesing says D. Walla Gambit says bishop h3 as well. Bishop h3 is a move I hadn't considered, but let's do it right now. I mean, bishop h3, bishop f1, what's the follow-up? Not sure you want to give up the bishop immediately. Okay. So, actually, rook g7 is also a possibility here. But the best move by far is knight takes g2. Okay? So that's by far the best option. Now what happens after king takes g2? Yeah, this is a kid gone very wrong for white, indeed. So for those who said knight takes g2, what's the reply here? Take on h2. Okay. Yep. And White's king is going to get destroyed. Okay. So we were looking at bishop h3. I was thinking just bishop f1. Is there any other move? We can check with the engine maybe. Yeah, bishop f1, it gives white quite a big edge. Okay. So number 7. This is still from the same game. So very close. So number 7. Black to move. What do we have? Yeah, bishop f1. We don't want to allow bishop takes g2 mate. It's the only way not to allow it, right? I just noticed something. It doesn't show. Never mind. Okay. My eyes spy a flying rook on e1. Right. So yeah. Black to move here. What do we play? Queen e8, queen e7, queen takes c7, knight takes e1, queen d4. Which one is best? There's only one option here. Knight e1 in the chat. Our queen is hanging. Yeah, it's hanging, right. Everyone with knight takes e1, correct. It's knight takes e1. We win a rook, and of course, being greedy doesn't work. We got 2 queens on the board, but checkmate. Doesn't work. So knight takes e1 picks up le rook. Knight e1 threatening g2 mate, correct. So everyone got that right, I believe. That's kind of extra points, free extra points. Yeah, so again, this position, we're still in the same game. Some developments happened, all of them good for black, of course. So black to play, what do you play here? Queen takes c7, bishop takes f1, rook takes g1 check. Other, the fourth option is another move than these three. And the fifth option, more than one option is correct, but one is much better than the others. And you have to tell me which one is better than the others. Yeah, please take the queen, says Beiluf. Right. So, what's it going to be here, guys? This requires some time, I figure. Joke saying, rook takes g1. Is that 3? No, that's 4 exclamation marks. Yeah, Ali had a deja vu. You've seen this game before, haven't you? Yeah, Beiluf. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Just Lover and Jay, what's your rating, buddy? What happens if queen d6? Queen d6 hangs the queen. Queen d6, can't we just take? Hangs the queen. $2100, okay. Yeah, I could tell from the moves you're suggesting. Video just died. Oh no. Still shows I'm streaming. Doesn't it? Chess lover, is that from your end or my end? I'm always afraid because we've been having some connection issues. Seems the stream is still up though. Okay, so queen d3. It's very spotty. People have conflicting people are giving me conflicting answers here. I'm trying to check. Stream is not that good for Inyas. It's good for Yani. We're getting very conflicting information. It's looking okay for me. I guess. No, now not so okay. No, it's okay. I think it's okay. Okay, so bishop takes f1 was mentioned. Okay. Actually, bishop takes f1 is a good move. And queen takes c7 even is acceptable. And by acceptable, I mean it's good. What else? But the strongest move by far, and that's why option E is correct, is that more than one option is correct. So more than one option is correct actually. And one is better than the others, and that move is the one suggested by Chess Lover. Queen d3. Threatening queen f3. The queen can't be captured because of bishop g2 mate. Overall, a very strong move. Okay, I see that the video is perhaps a bit choppy. No, seems fine. Okay, so that's the best move. Does anyone have any questions? It aims for overload, exactly. You mentioned knight d2. I think just queen takes c3 should be good. Let's check with the engine. It gives bishop takes f1 first and then queen takes c3. Yeah, that's completely crushing. Okay, so the ninth one. So by the way, guys, that was a game Hikaru Nakamura against Boris Gelfand. It's a very famous game in the King's Indian defense. So now we move to the ninth question. Where is the ninth question? Here it is. So ninth question. Black to move here. That's a cute little idea. What do you guys say? So black to move. Knight takes f6, or do we take with the rook? Other move, queen c7, bishop b5, which one? Knight takes, queen c7, bishop b5, which one of these? Remember, our queen is hanging. Tricky hickey. Beyluf says in the chat. Chess Lover and Jay with the very important question. Chess Lover and Jay, buddy, you're too strong. Do you know this game, Chess Lover and Jay? Who was it from? Who played it? Yes? Anyone else? So our queen is hanging. Bishop b5 tries to shield the queen. Of course, our rook is also hanging, so seems like you haven't seen any of these positions. Wow, Chess Lover and Jay, you're a very talented tactician then. Yes, this is a game again by Hikaru Nakamura against Krasenkov, Polish grandmaster, I believe. You return to chess after a 20 plus year hiatus. That's insane, man. Yeah, so the answer is other. Queen takes f2 check and bishop c5. And the king is bleeding. Here, there's this. Boom, ba, ba, boom. Destruction. Alright, so you guys are passing this with flying colors. Maybe we can trick you with this one. This is quite a tough one. If you get this right, Chess Lover and Jay, seriously, man, we just have to hand you a distinction on this chess test. You will pass with flying colors. You will get high honors and a distinction. Why are you challenging me to Ultra Bullet Hammer? So, which of the following moves are blunders? Knight c6, bishop takes d7, bishop d3. And we have various possibilities of which one of these are blunders. So 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 only, 2 only, 3 only. Actually, I don't have 3 only as one of the options. But yeah. This is a Moro. Dragon variation of the Moro. Impressive. Impressive. You guys are actually not so correct. Maybe not a dragon variation because the bishop didn't come here. Maybe like some modified dragon variation. But yeah, it's Imora, that you're correct. Yeah, actually this is one of my games, guilty as charged. I did play this game indeed. I'm just losing the chat a bit here. Knight c6 seems fine, so it's not a blunder. Okay, Beiluf says knight c6 is fine. Let me make sure I don't miss any of this chat. Da, 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 da. Okay. I forgot the other options. Yeah, the other options are bishop takes d7 and bishop d3. These are the two other options. So knight c6, bishop takes d7, bishop d3. Which one is it? It's a very difficult problem actually, this number 10. We go into double digits and it becomes quite difficult. Actually, the test isn't getting progressively difficult. There are some other easy ones later on. Why is bishop takes d7 a blunder? Up to you to figure out. Up to you to figure out. Knight c6 is a blunder, Halim says. Okay, give us the reason. One and three, Halim says. Okay, so knight c6 and bishop d3 are blunders. By the way, I could accept two answers here, maybe, but I'd have to be lenient to do that. But I prefer one answer. A4 knight is loose, so I wouldn't play bishop takes d7, says Chess Lover and J. Very reasonable assertion, of course, because the a4 knight seems stranded right over there, right? This a4 knight, it doesn't have a lot of squares, and by not a lot of squares, I mean basically 0 squares for now. Bishop d3 aiming for what? Yeah, you could ask that, but notice the question. Is it a blunder? Is bishop d3 a blunder? If bishop d3 is a blunder, that means that it's a blunder. Bishop d3 is the only blunder, I think, trapping the knight on a4. Beiluf, I didn't catch that message. Why did you do that? What was the message, Beiluf? So maybe I can start out with bishop takes d7, since this is quite the difficult problem. Okay. So bishop takes d7 is in fact a blunder, because after queen takes d7, This knight is really short on squares. You might have to play b3. And after b3, it's not bishop c6 because I can take that. What happens after b3? Okay. Knight c3 immediately takes. Yeah, this is a nice tactic. So knight c3 takes and queen takes. Alright, so bishop takes d7 is a blunder. What about bishop d3? Is it also a blunder? Negged. Knight d5 takes b6. Where? Queen h5. Yeah, queen h5 is a blunder, yes. It's easy to find blunders, but it's not easy to know which one is a blunder, which one is not. Yeah, I forgot about queen takes d4 as well, Beiluf. So, and I put this test. Knight f4 drops a knight. No? If you played knight b6 rather than b3, so we're talking about... yeah, of course, you can just take here. It was mentioned in the chat. So, okay, bishop d3 is probably not the best square for the bishop because it's kind of lining up with this diagonal and it's really shooting. It's biting on granite, but it's not a blunder. But if you tell me bishop d3 is a blunder because bishop c4 is the better move, I wouldn't be too picky and tell you that that's not the correct answer. Now the real beauty of this lies in finding why knight c6 is a blunder, because knight c6 is a blunder. Beiluf in the chat, due to some questionable suggestions by Halim, but of course, like Halim is a 2100 rated player, so if he's making questionable suggestions in this position, it shows how complex this position is. But Beiluf, to trash talk Halim, says in the chat, if this was a Halim game, all of the moves would be blunders. Some very strong trash talk. Okay, so why is knight c6 a blunder? Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm tricking you. Yeah, Beiluf is a big trash talker. Anyone? Do you guys want hints? You just did, right? Halim says he's not going to bring the war back to the table, but he just did. Queen a5. That drops a queen. Beyluf wants to adopt Halim because he brought up that war of years past. So, why is knight c6? Okay, no one figured it out yet. Knight c6 is a blunder because of that. Okay, wait. Omar gives the line, takes. But it does not blunder a piece because there's b3. That's not the reason. The reason is a beautiful queen sacrifice, because after takes we take back, and this knight is gone. No b3. Well, you could play b3, but it's too little too late. Now the real question is what happens after queen takes b5. And now take a look at this move. Bishop a6. Where is the queen going to? c6. Okay, now for the killer move. Who can find the killer move in this position? Yeah, by the way, you had to see this in its entirety from knight c6. You had to see the queen sacrifice, and you had to see that after queen takes b5, bishop a6, there is also a very important key move here. So what is the key move? Yeah, basically queen for 3 pieces while a gambit, and you have some pawns. You have the positional compensation with your awesome bishops. It's far too much. I have a queen still winning. No, not even close, Beyluf. It's way better for black. Way better. Probably winning practically as well. So... what's the killer move here? Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 is good. It's good, but it's not the killer move. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe knight takes e5 restores equality. I forgot. It might. Because you do get to keep like the knight on a4, so... knight e5, rook d c8, rook d c8. Drops a knight, no? Or do you have some clever queen trap? Like with this. Then maybe I take and do this. And I'm up in exchange here, right? So probably not. Rook cd8, rook dc8. Knight takes e5. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you why knight takes e5 is wrong. Knight takes e5 allows queen c2. And the queen escapes. So maybe we have a more accurate way. So let's make sure of these ideas with an engine. Yeah, rook dc8 I was right. And knight takes e5 I was also right. Okay. So what happens after where is it? Queen c6. You did drop the queen, yes. You did trap the queen, Beyluf, but at too great a cost. Knight c5. Knight c5. Why? Again, you guys have to be careful, because if you're intending something like this, let's say, I have taking there. And let's say the other rook, I could just takes, and I'm ahead by an entire rook actually. So don't give up too many pieces. Yes, Halim sees it. Bishop d3, denying the c2 square. Ah, you saw that from the engine. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you guys might not catch that when I turned it on, but you did, okay. So it's bishop d3. That is correct. So the answer to this amazing problem is that all of these moves are blunders. I'm sorry, two moves are blunders, 1 and 2, so it's A. Bishop d3 I could accept as a blunder though. I could accept it. Now some part 2, open-ended questions. Haha. Now it's time to hear some nice prose by you guys. Prose for the bros. So this position. So maybe you guys can try to figure out the opening. It's a bit difficult to figure out which opening this came from. That's some good intuition, Beiluf. Yeah, okay, finding the reason why knight c6 is a blunder is insane. I feel like I'm doing an online exam. Okay. Kind of an online exam, yeah. Losif? What's that? Yeah, it's entirely logical, Halim. I did mention that you have to block the c2 square, so after that hint, bishop d3 is not impossible to find, of course. But good job. No one in the chat but you found it. The others looked at the engine bar. So what move should white play here? And how should he proceed? What plan should he pick? Whose attack is faster? White's pawn storm over here or black's? And give a variation to support your answer. Who wants to get the ball rolling? Anyone? Anyone want to get the ball rolling? Okay, Inyas, not falling for that. Rook takes f6, queen takes f6, knight d5. Okay, but the rook is protecting c7. And there's no knight b6, you just take. So, what plan should we go for? First thing we have to know is who's faster in a pure race situation. White or black? Knight b5 is tempting. Okay. My question to you is that what happens after knight b5 a6? But probably too early. Yeah, I feel the same. Maybe queen a4 you intend? king b8. Questionable what the knight is doing there. Okay, Beyluf says I'm going queen a4 to keep my options open. That's excellent thinking, but can you explain what your options are so that the others can understand maybe what your options are? Starting off with d5 by white. That's a very interesting thought, Wala Gambit, to open up for the bishop and block in this d5. White seems a lot faster, yes, this is 100% correct. White is extremely fast in this position. Black's attack needs about 7 moves to start working. Black's attack is basically nothing. If this, I can simply play h4 or even ignore the pawn, and this rook coming with a g file is nothing. Needs to be supported by at least a queen, and it's way too far off. Yes, but I'm surprised you guys. Hello, Mixu. Mixu. Awesome to see you on the chat. Good evening. It's early morning. I figured it's early morning for you as well. Or close to it, at least, Mixu. Okay, so you guys said queen a5 connected with d5, so Wala Gambit and Iali kind of combined their ideas. But I'm surprised no one mentioned queen a4 and b4 b5 simply. That's a very strong attacking idea. So the thing is, queen a4, if king b8, right? Now we could consider d5 with these ideas in mind. And if this, for example, we probably have these ideas. And if a6, we have b4. And if instead a6 here, we have b4, intending b5. So white's plan here lies in a pawn stone. We're castled on opposite sides. So it's entirely the pawn storm that dictates play here. I like starting with queen a4 first, as Beyluf said, to keep our options open. So, and to at least attack a pawn, for example. Queen a4, king b8, the rook takes is mentioned. Yes, that's correct, Mixu, that's even better. Also after d5, probably bishop d4 lines up with knight. Yes, this is something I wanted to talk about more generally. D5 is usually a good option for black in these structures. Not in this specific case because there's e5, but usually it's an idea in these. This is a king's gambit position, actually, something I know quite well. And opposite sides castling. It's a bit weird for black to go for opposite sides castling, but sometimes he does that. So the d5 break is sometimes quite annoying. So us playing d5 first is interesting. I like also that you mentioned this idea, that's good, and opening up for the bishop, yeah. But I would preface d5 with queen a4, because him playing d5 is not really a threat. Not least of which because of e5, probably we can even ignore the tension and just continue our attack, but okay. Okay, so chapter 12 now. So let us do this. And this is the same position, but with a bit more developments. So give 2 moves that win for white without allowing any counterplay. Any move wins for white, but just give like 2 of the most accurate moves. Welcome back, Chess Lover and Jay. You've You've come at quite an opportune time, because this is a very easy puzzle for you, of course, and for most viewers, I imagine. This is maybe like a 1500 rated puzzle or something, I would say. I would expect players rated above 1500 to figure this out quite quickly. Yeah, a7 is glaring. Yep. a7, yes, a7. That's one move though. Give us a second move for the entire 1 point on this question. So many points. I'm so generous with this. Yeah, a7, and the queen is coming. If takes, queening is checkmate. Yeah, knight takes b5 is a bit scary due to this stuff. Queen takes b5 is the fastest because it threatens mate in 2. So the two moves are a7 and queen takes b5. Science Pawn, welcome to the chat, buddy. Yeah, queen takes b5 threatens mate. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so these are still relatively easy. Kind of giving you you guys a break from puzzle 10. Because puzzle 10 with knight c6, that's a beautiful idea. So this, a bit long-winded for such an easy question, but okay. I guess you can't see it all. Why did I not enlarge this? Not like this. Yeah, that should make it better. So what opening did this position arise from? There are possibly several openings, but there's one like really obvious opening, so to say. And how should white respond to rook g6? And can white trap black's queen? And if so, give the sequence that traps black's queen. This is screaming French defense to me. Bravo. Bravo, Walla Gambit. Exactly. The pawn structure is the French defense. Can you give me the variation of the French defense? Because it's a specific variation. French advanced variation. Reasonable. Reasonable, but if it's the French advance, why did this bishop get traded for something? What did it get traded for? Winawer, exactly, yes, Walla Gambit. The Winawer, yes. The Trump. Science Pawn, this is a chess test I created, and we're trying to solve it on stream, just for funsies. It's the Winawer, actually, because this black bishop got traded. Got traded for a knight on c3. And then the pawns were undoubled and some adventures happened. Okay. It's spelled W-I-N-A-W-E-R. Winawer. Or for someone who wants to pronounce it the English way, the Winawer. Yeah, exactly, Science Pawn. It's a very, I think, hopefully educational exam. Lots of work. Yeah, it took a few hours, but hours well spent, I believe. Dutch with F7. Okay. So, any answers? The questions are relatively easy, I think. How should white respond? Can we trap black's queen? The reason we start thinking about the queen trap is because look at the queen where it is. It's ensconced deep in the enemy's territory. If we divide the board into this sector, So this is our opponent's board, and this is our territory, so to say. If we divide the board in half, look at the queen, it's so deep into our own territory. So it's kind of feels like it's going to get trapped. Black is missing a pawn from h4. Who took it? Yeah, I just okay, we can fix that, Mixu. Good spot there. Where is the fan? Let's get the fan. Yes, thank you, Iali. Yes, Mixu and Iali, thank you for noticing this. So a black pawn on h4. We copy this. Go back. Add it. Where is it? Add a new chapter. This again. And we call this chapter 13 for the Triscade deckphobics out there. And we put it here. We delete this one with the false position, and we go back here. Beiluf is well known as a pawn grabber, yeah. So that's correct, Hanim. Queen c1, and the queen sings farewell. Good service, queen. So quite easy. Very nice here. You get 10 points. You get 10 points for this. So awesome. So in the following position, question number 14, and I'm going to show you 15. Maybe you guys can get a sneak peek into question 15, which is also relatively easy. So black played queen f4. Maybe I can switch it to white's perspective if you guys want. Actually, I should switch it from here. So black played queen f4. What is, first of all, it's useful to look at the material. Black is up what? Black is up a piece, right? But for how many pawns? For 2 pawns. So we played queen f4 here. What can white do to exploit this? Farewell, milady. Yeah. Yep. So was queen f4 a good move by black? Did he have better alternatives? Can white do something to exploit this move? Well, a gambit. Queen c5. Yes. We're not going to spend much time on this because queen c5 picks up something. Maybe a rook. Maybe a bishop. Yeah. So we can't do anything here to protect our knight. We move back. We take. Actually, sorry, I meant to not rook d7 because bishop takes d7. I meant rook d8. Takes. And if rook e6, of course, just bishop takes. Easy. Okay. Chapter 15. This one should be easy as well. So what's the easiest way to convert this position? We're getting there, we're getting there. Position 10 no one got right, so... But this is an exam, so I want to give a few points so that Not everyone fails. So black needs just one move to queen. So what's the easiest way to convert? Black is up 3 pawns, of course, here. So completely winning. So what's the easiest way to convert? E4. E4 is good, but Wala Gambit gets it right, Ahmed Ghanem gets it right. Rook check is the easiest way to convert because we just get a queen. Simply ends the game on the spot. E4 would prolong the struggle maybe for like 2 more moves. Exactly. So chapter 16. So let me do this. Alright. So in this position, black played the winning move King h8. How should white respond to mitigate his losses? So King h8, oh, I didn't put this from black's perspective. Great. Let me try to fix this. So I should put this from black's perspective. As you can as you can see. Okay, what was that, Mark? As you can see, I kind of rushed to make this test. Actually, I've made this. This is a test I've made 2 years ago, but I've rushed to put it on Lichess. Wait, what was it? 16? We're still at chapter 16, yeah. And we delete this. So chapter 16. Black played the winning move King h8. This is completely winning for black, but it offers some practical chances for white. So what can white do to kind of try to hold on? Okay, well, a gambit actually, there's a slight error in your notation. Maybe you can fix it. Maybe Mixu can help you fix it, because I think Mixu is on to me. From now we call it check a whammy. Yeah, double whammy, that's right. Knight g5 check, any different? And knight g4 check allows queen g7. Knight f7 is actually, yes, checkmate. Sorry, not knight f7. Knight f7 is not checkmate. There is um, I thought, yeah, okay, never mind. Now it's checkmate. I thought it was immediate. I was remembering that it was immediately checkmate, but no, it's a mate in two, and that's why I made the maybe white can hold on for 2 more moves joke. So I don't know. I confused myself. Okay. Because if you guys noticed, I was saying King h8 was the winning move for black, and white has a way to fight on for 2 more moves. I had that in mind. I thought knight f7, but yeah, okay. Anyway, chapter 17. Alright. Another relatively simple one. Yeah, maybe I cover this. It's white to move, you guys know that. So consider the following position. It's white to move. So is black threatening g5? And what would g5 do anyway? And does white playing rook d4 prevent g5? And what is white's best move, assuming it's not rook d4? And who has the advantage in this position? Why or why not? Why not? Yeah, why not the other side doesn't have the advantage? What do you guys think? I whammed myself. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. So is g5 a threat? Anyone in the chat? Is g5 a threat? What do you guys think? Nope. They... Okay. I guess I can tell you. g5 is a threat. Because queen f2 would be checkmate. So let's say a3 is played. Oh, that's very nice of you, Walla Gambit. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I greatly appreciate your appreciation. Good night, Walla Gambit. Hope to see you again. Okay, so g5 is a threat because queen f2 is an unfortunate checkmate. So g5 is a threat. And does white playing rook d4 prevent g5? Why or why not? Thank you, Walla Gambit. Goodbye. So does rook d4 prevent g5? Does anyone have the answer? Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. It does not. It does not because queen b5. And there are still mates that cannot be stopped. Let's say maybe rook d2. What do we play against rook d2? Maybe just knight f3, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's knight f3. So rook d4 doesn't really prevent g5 because g5 would still win. So it prevents the queen f2 mate idea, but doesn't prevent other ideas. And who has the advantage? This one should be quite easy. Who has the advantage in this position? MWH, welcome to the chat. Another moderator to fight Beiluf's wrath. Yeah, exactly, Beiluf. Knight f3, knight d3, everything is winning. Why is everything winning? Because we're simply up a piece as black. So, kind of a bit of a trick there. Alright. So, the 18th. Chapter 18. This one is a bit more difficult than the others we looked at. So, what is the best move in this position? Black to move. Okay, I'll try to slow down, Inyas. What is the best move in this position? Black to move. Analyze two critical lines. So yeah, you can see here that someone went for material, someone went for an attack, as can be seen here. Black went for the material. I'll start talking about the position, I guess. He's up. How many? He has 4 minor pieces, while white has only 3, so he's up material. But his king looks entirely unsafe. So, what is the best position? What is the best move in this position? There are actually 2 good moves, but Bishop g4 is an idea. Yes, that's the first idea that springs to mind, I think, for most of us. Because the intention is to simply trap the queen. Notice something, our knight is protecting f7, so there's no queen f7 checkmate. Otherwise queen f7 would be checkmate. But after bishop g4, queen f7 cannot be played, queen e8 cannot be played, queen g6 cannot be played, queen takes g4 cannot be played. So it seems like we're losing a queen. But what we have to be careful of, and that's why I said I need 2 lines, is what happens after bishop g4 and give 2 lines. So I'll just say it, bishop g4 is the best move, but I want the lines. Black has knight e6 check, exactly. So the first line we need to take a look at is this, with a very nasty fork. But thankfully, our bishop can simply take. And there might be these ideas or this, but after king e7, black is out of luck. White is out of luck. So that's one line. And the other line is rook takes f4 check. What do we do? Queen takes, then fork. Fate, hello Fate, welcome to the chat. 3 moderators now. Beiluf, you can't abuse your powers now. There are 2 moderators to keep you at bay now. Yeah, why did black not castle? Because he has a piece. Are you one of those players who play the Smith Mora Fate? You sacrifice pieces and then wonder why your opponent is taking the pieces? No, we're here in this channel. We take the pieces. We don't play any gambits. We play good, solid positional chess and just take all of our opponent's pieces. Level 1000 sarcasm there. Beiluf feels threatened. He sees a lot of other modes. Yeah, king e7 and it's over. We have to consider this check, of course. But I think we have a really nice move here. which is to simply sidestep everything. And now the queen is in a tough spot. Don't see any trick even for white. Alright, so chapter 19. This is a fun one because it includes a table. So let's go to the 19th question. So is knight c3 a good move? Fill out the table. I noticed that you cannot see the entire table. Okay, we can skip the position because you can see it here. So that's fine. And that's only for the table, so I can keep my camera like this. So it's knight c3, CCC, yeah, the Chicken Chess Club. What if knight c3 is bad? Yeah, then you get 4 points, not 2 points. Actually, is this worth 2 points? The 20th question is worth 2 points. Let me ruin the layout. 5 points. You get 10 points if you can prove that knight c3 is a bad move. You get 10 points. Okay. Yeah, actually, Fate, you missed out on question number. I can show you the question, Fate. Hold on. It was number 12? No, 16. 16. Right? Yeah. Here. Here I used these baiting powers of mine. Oops. I ruined the background there. The awesome space background. So in this position, black played the winning move, king h8. How should white respond to mitigate his losses? Yeah, that showed my baiting potential. So, yeah. Let's return to question number 19. Was it 19? Yeah, it was. So let's fill out this matrix. Reason OBS disconnected. So the connection issues are back full force now. Okay, so queen d2. Let me give you guys some other options. Queen c1 first. That would be easier to fill out. So what do we do against queen c1? Beiluf says, we are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please enjoy the piano music while you wait. Mod of the year. Oh no. Mixu, give the easy tactics for the others to figure out. Of course, knight e2 check for queen c1. And as you will notice, this will be a common theme. So queen b1, what do we play? I know this is silly, but just give me an answer. Okay, I feel too silly asking this question. Of course, we take the queen. And queen c2, what do we do? This is maybe a bit trickier. A bit trickier. Fate says Mixu is taking the easy tactics before the hard ones come up. Yep. That's that's very smart of him. Knight e2, yeah, of course. Supported by our good friend, the bishop. What else? Queen d3, obviously takes. So we have 4 moves, and this is the 5th. And finally, the 6th move. What do we play here? Now, Mixu, it's your turn to show us what to do. This is like it's easy. Anyone would play this in a game, but maybe when I'm asking it, it's some people get it wrong. Yeah, Mixu shows us his prowess. Of course, simply a takes b3, intending to meet takes with knight takes and a fork. Yep, a takes b3. Can you guys tell me what opening this came from? Because it's a very specific opening. A French pawn structure, but I'll give you a hint, it was not a French. Something close though. Something very close. I think someone in the chat plays this opening. Have you figured it out, guys? Is that Keanu Reeves? I didn't know Keanu Reeves was in the chat. Sicilian, no. Getting close though. Something that can be played against the French and the Sicilian. Yeah. Yes, the King's Indian attack, of course. Look at this bishop, this bishop, yeah. Look at this knight here, the pawn having pushed the bishop here. This is a King's Indian attack. Now, of course, it's not a Grand Prix, actually, because the bishop is on f4. For example, this is fianchetto. The Grand Prix, you don't fianchetto. That would be a closed Sicilian. So, oh my god, it's not loading. Have I lost connection again? Have I lost connection again? Whoa. It's not loading at all. Okay, it refreshed for me. Okay, now it's loading. Maybe you can open the study for the public. That, whoa, it went down? I didn't mean to do that. You need all this help you can get. Okay, is the stream down? Okay, let me restart the stream. Always streaming issues. Because it's saying here the broadcast has ended. Okay. Okay, Beyloof told Halim. Halim said, thanks for the stream, very helpful. Beyloof said, you need all the help you can get. Okay. So, number 21. Number 20. What's the answer to this position? What's black's best move? Again, a bit easy. A bit easy to figure this out. Again, it's something I've mentioned in question. Then when our question, it was question 11, I think. So if you guys want, I can show you question 11. It showed a similar theme. So, no, not 11. I misremembered. Not 12 either. 13. Yes, 13. For the Triskai decaphobics out there. So, 13. You can see the queen being firmly in our territory. This is our territory, as I told you. If we cut the board in half. So what about this? Isn't the queen also in our territory? Yeah, Ali found this. Rook b7, trapping the queen. Quite simple. How someone can build this recognition is that look at this queen. It's stranded in our camp. Sorry, I should draw this from here probably. So it's stranded in our camp. Okay, 21. Okay, so white just played Fair 3. Yes, Rook b7, exactly. Welcome to the chat room, Fair 3. The lady had dropped the soap. Okay, white has just played h3. Was that a good move? And how should black respond? What do you think? Was that a good move? And how should black respond to h3? This is a common pattern. Yes. Beiluf not giving the chance to others. Yeah, this is a common pattern. You take on h3, because if we take, you take here. And we win a pawn, and with it the game, probably. But of course our king is a bit unsafe, so not over till the fat lady sinks. So yeah, this is a common pattern you need to keep in mind when we have these three pieces aligned against these two. And with the queen defending. You have 3 knights. Okay, so 22. Yeah, sometimes Beiluf likes to take on h3 when it doesn't work, right? So what is white threatening here? Suggest a likely sequence of moves if white has the move. What is white threatening here? If you were white in this position, what would you play? Bishop c5. Possible. There's something better than bishop c5 though. Bishop c5 intending to make use of f7. Ali says in the chat, queen takes g6. Can you give me a line for queen takes g6? There are many lines, of course, but just one line. Queen takes g6, forced mate. Okay, just give me a line to back up your assertion. So Beiluf says queen takes g6 is a forced mate, but he would still play bishop c5. Yeah, Beiluf is the kind of guy, he doesn't like to end the game on the spot. Okay, that's the line I was looking for, Yali. Yes. Yes. Or this. Both are met with checkmate thanks to this bishop covering the only escape square. Excellent. Okay, 23. So there's a mate and 5 in this position. Can you guys find it? Of course, you can win with like 7 billion different possibilities. This is completely winning for white. But yes. Let me go back to what Ali was saying. Or queen takes g6, rook f8, rook takes c7, and f7 is collapsing, and we do win a bishop. That is correct. So chapter 23. So what do we do? There are 2 ways to checkmate in 5 moves. Only 2 ways. From this position at least. Maybe inside the variations. I don't know actually. Probably not. Beiluf, you have to give me the entire line. Just putting the first move with a question mark won't cut it. Because otherwise this would be a very easy puzzle. Because it's very easy. But finding the precise checkmate in 5, that's not easy and requires some precise calculations. And a very nice intermezzo. Not an intermezzo, but yeah, something. No, you can't. Okay, I don't think people will get that reference, Beiluf. Anyone have any clue? What's the fourth checkmate? Get your calculators out. It's like something, huh? Or even the word like. It really harms your thinking capabilities, huh? Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. So, rook takes e6 check. How do you follow up? Where's the checkmate? How can this be a checkmate in 5? Anyone have any clue? Okay, I'm WH96. Rook takes e6. Queen takes e6. Queen takes e6 check. King d8. King d8 is is an illegal move. Maybe you meant king f. King f8 is what we're considering. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe faulty visualization there. It happens. I suffer from it a lot. So where's the checkmate? We only need 3 more moves to checkmate. Can anyone find them? 3 more moves and it's a done deal. Yeah, Ali, I think found it. Okay, can you give us the entire line, yeah, Ali? So he says bishop e7. This is an illegal move. Rook takes is met with queen g8 checkmate. And if king here, bishop g6 and checkmate is unstoppable. Yep. Excellent work, Beylouf and Iali. So from this position, obviously rook takes e6 check is winning, but there's a cute way to force a checkmate. And these kinds of checkmates are important to know because they help your calculation skills in more complex positions. So with that, chapter 24, a question about the endgame. Is this a draw or can white win this? This is where I hide under the table, says Beylouf. Come on, show us the Dvoretsky endgame knowledge. The endgame knowledge you have gained from Dvoretsky's excellent book on the endgame. Where is it? Show us the magic. Is this a draw? Quick assessment, guys. Is this a draw or not? What's your intuition telling you? No calculation. Before we start calculating, just at first glance, what do we see? What do we feel? This is starting to get some pop psych vibes. What do we see? What do we feel? I would lose with both colors, says Beylouf. Yeah, maybe. Ali says it's a draw. And he is correct. It is a draw. Simply, you can just play a5 after takes. These past two pawns connected, they are. And they shield the white king, kind of. And we can start marching with our own king to try to collect these pawns. And it should be a relatively easy draw from here. Okay, so chapter 25. So another table we may want to fill. Oops. Oh, I'm pressing Alt. It's Control Enter to get to a new page. So can you see it in its entirety? Yeah, you can. It's a bit cut out though. It hasn't been rendered correctly. Okay, this will do. So in this position, white just played bishop takes c6. Is this a good move on positional grounds, tactical grounds? Justify your answer. Hello, Camman1243. So, is this a good move on tactical grounds, positional grounds? Yes, no. And overall, is it a good move? What do you guys think? I agree, Beylouf, I agree. Suspicious name. So, what do you guys say? What alternatives were there to bishop takes c6? And did white really need to play bishop takes c6? And is it helpful tactically, positionally? Any issues? So bishop e5 was better. Okay, we can take a look at that. Bishop e5 here. I think it drops a piece due to takes, and this piece is hanging. If takes, I take back. I'm up a piece. And otherwise, what are you going to do? Takes, I just take. So bishop e5 actually drops a piece. But what else? Maybe there's something even better. Let's consider bishop takes c6 and just taking back. Is this a good move on tactical grounds? Like, let's say he retreats to h2. Is this tactically working out? Yeah. Yeah, Ali, there was a knight there. The sharpness. Yes, Mixu, that's what you're saying on positional grounds. Mixu Chess says don't like it, weak light squares. That's a positional reason, yes. But is there a tactical reason here? Like, is there something immediate? What do I mean by a tactical reason? Something immediate that can win something. You should get a sponsorship, Beiluf. So, anyone for the tactical reason? The tactical reason is that this lines up with this, the bishop lines up with the rook, to use more specific terms rather than this and that. And yeah, you lose it. Whoops, not bishop a4. Leeches, I start to get scared the stream is going down, and it goes down surely. So a line Mixu gave is also after bishop b5, queen b3, and queen d5, making use of the pin. And now something is finally dropping. So bishop takes c6 is bad on tactical grounds because of this bishop b5 later on, and it's bad on positional grounds because you lose the bishop pair, and the weak light squares are very telling for white. So a terrible move. Here, instead of bishop takes c6, simply bishop h2, just retreat. Okay, finally, the last question of this exam. Black has just played g takes h3. Fill out the table. So is it a good move? And what should white's response be? Only one move. And give a sequence of moves, 3 for white, that makes some sense. So, what is it? Yes, g takes h3. I can show you it. So black just played g takes h3. Yep, that's correct. IAY. Bishop g4. And if the queen goes to any of these squares, it doesn't have any other option anyway. Bishop f5 doesn't work because we have a knight covering the f5 square. There is knight e6. Okay, let's continue the line. What happens after this? Finally, what do we play here? Yep, knight takes g7, making use of this alignment and attacking the rook. And again, bishop f5 is not possible because the knight is covering that square. So yeah. So I think the most difficult, this is a relatively easy test. Like, anyone rated 2000 should be able to get like an 80 on this test. Now, chapter 10 included a very, very fun position that I would like to ask the audience again to figure out for deleting it all. For deleting all of these moves for this chapter. So knight c6. Is knight c6 a blunder by white? Mixu, this is a puzzle for you, for the 2400s out there. Is knight takes c6 a good idea? Beiluf asks, does he get a passing grade? Should we make Beiluf pass and go on to the next chess test? It's tough, it's tough. Oh, you saw it, okay. Did you figure it out? I think it's way too difficult to be able to figure out. Because seriously, look at this. You have to figure out that takes, and you take with this rook, because after queen takes b5, there's this, queen c6, and bishop d3. And black should be winning because of knight takes e5, threatening to trap the queen. Insanity. Not quite fathomable. So yeah, the rook moves, and actually after rook e1, what would be the best way to end this? What would be the best way here to end the game? Yeah, this is all about chasing queens. Ali says in the chat, this is all about chasing queens. Yes, this entire test is about chasing queens. Maybe there are some higher order meanings there. I don't think so. So what's the best move here? Okay, Beiluf, here we go again with the pop psi. Pop psi. And no, let's check with the engine. What do you say, Asaf? Rook a c8? He wants to play Beiluf's suggestion. Rook a c8 and rook c7, trapping le quinita. Yeah, because here you still have 4 minor pieces. So you have 2 minor pieces against the rook. So you have these 2 minor pieces against this rook. It should be much better. And this knight is stranded. Pawn may be a bit weak. Maybe some pressure here. We have the bishop pair. So yeah. Yes. I was thinking because of the line Beiluf suggested, which was this. But this isn't enough because we get a rook and a knight for the queen. While if you compare this, here we only get one rook. So obviously black would be basically winning here. Alright, so I think this was a fun test I've created. Let us do some cleanup, deleting all the moves so that future test takers can figure them out on their own. Maybe it'll take too much time on stream. before I do the closing remarks. Yeah, that's what I'll complete this off stream. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a tougher test for next time, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Next test on counting pieces after tactics. Yeah. Alright, Beiluf. And everyone in the chat. Mixu, Beiluf, Ali, take care. Hopefully that was a nice test. Goodbye.